Ukraine has become the third country in the world in terms of imported weapons. The difficult situation in the Bakhmut direction as a whole, as well as a new inhuman tactics of cannon meat from Russians. This is What About Ukraine channel, day 383, March 13th, 2023. And let's start with our battle map. And now we are going to Svatove direction. In this direction, there is an increase in enemy equipment. In this direction, the first Guards, so-called Kantemir Divizia, was renewed. Over the last day, 5 T-90M tanks were destroyed here in this direction. The most modern tanks, as Russians no analogists say. Although in this direction are fixed just a week ago, the armored vehicles that are filled with explosives moving under the white flag to the positions of Ukrainian defense. Such a vehicle is controlled remotely and is detached when it reaches the target. It's targeted not only to ruin Ukrainian positions, but also to show Russians that our defenders don't take prisoners. In addition, a new tactic of Russians is recorded in the same direction. They send to the battle of fresh mobilized, the most inexperienced. Fire is opened from Ukrainian positions, and more experienced units are used to identify defense positions. This confirms once again that the enemy doesn't count with either loss or crazy orders. Under the fear of death, anything will be done. And now we are going to see Bakhmut direction. A consistently difficult situation remains in Bakhmut and on its outskirts. The armored forces of Ukraine, the national police units, territorial defense, special operation forces, and air intelligence are protecting the Bakhmut Fortress. Supply ways are shut by the invaders, but even with this, ammunition and provision continue to be brought to the city. The road itself has not yet received the condition that will allow it to travel it very quickly, and therefore the geometry of cars will only grow. Here the enemy is hardly used by the artillery and vehicles. More precisely, in this direction, for Wagner of the group simply do not release tanks, and those used by a regular Russian army are very old T-72 and T-80. For several weeks of powerful offensives, for several weeks the enemy has been trying to move to the city. The difficult situation in Bakhmut, where the enemy presses on three sides. From the south, the hardest. Yes, in the private sector of the enemy managed to move towards the center. Open sources have become aware of the possible exit of the occupiers to the highway between Ivanovsky and Bakhmut. The information is checked. The enemy's promotion daily reaches from 100 to 150 meters. The enemy from the north side of the city is trying to expand the advantage along the E40 road. The enemy has crossed Dubovy Yar and continues to move towards in the direction of Orikhovo-Vasilievka, attacks Zalesnyansky and Bogdanivka, and the fighting is continuous. The situation north of Bakhmut looks as strange as possible. If the situation in the Bogdanivka area is stabilized and there have been no significant changes for a long time, then the left flank causes concern. For now, the state of affairs is unknown near the highway to Konstantinivka in the area between Ivanovsky and Bakhmut. The enemy is trying to immediately develop success in the direction of Kramatorsk and Slaviansk. and go to Konstantinovka. The biggest problem is that knowing the ratio of human losses, 1 to 10 or even less, in relation to this direction, we understand how many heroes the country loses every day. And now let's take a look on Avdiivka direction. To the east of Avdiivka, the LBZ aligned along the road. The enemy attacked Severske very unsuccessfully. Attempts to attempts by the Katsebs to get close to Nevelsky are ongoing. Battles continues in Marinka. No changes have been recorded. And this is all for today. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, smash like button and leave your comments below the video. For those who want to support our channel, there are several links in the description. Eternal memory to every hero, every heroine of Ukraine who gave their lives for the liberation of Ukraine from Russian aggressors. Glory to all defenders, to everyone who helps on the front lines and in the rear. Glory to Ukraine! Slava Україні!